Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. I'll join myself, Oxchair, on the show this evening. There's a one and only AK and my big mucker, Southside. Evening, gentlemen.
Evening, Oxchair. Evening, Southside.
Hi, good evening to you, AK. Good evening to Oxchair. And good evening to everyone listening on YouTube and Facebook this evening.
Okay, AK, what do you want to go for first? General knowledge, sport, or current affairs?
Pass.
How we doing, AK?
I'm doing fine, mate. Doing fine. Days are dragging in with this cough.
How's the leg? How's the foot? How's the horn?
Well, it's healing as much as it can do. Total rest, so days are dragging in right enough. But I look forward to a good show tonight.
All right. How are you, Southside?
Aye, good mate. Looking forward to the weekend and a good job done there at midweek. So aye, happy as Larry, mate.
I've never really seen you as a tequila rose type of guy. I've got to be honest with you.
Oh, it has been known, but we didn't get any tequila rose on Wednesday, so it wouldn't have mattered. It was back to the ordinary vodka and Budweisers, you know. And he missed out, I must admit, he missed out on the cheese and crackers, you know, but hey ho. He was sadly missed.
Oh, he's always sadly missed. He's always sadly. You hear him before you see him. Right, okay. Southside, give us your thoughts on Wednesday.
I thought it was a really good result in the end, Ox. I think Dundee got off lightly. I think on another night we might have added another 2 or 3 goals. Certainly had the chances, maybe even 4, with the chances to score more. But 5 away from home, considering the new managers just come in, I thought you could see there was another wee step again in the right direction, the way the teams function. There's a sort of style there, a play. And you can see a lot of hard work and graft getting done by the players and a lot more movement. Still a lot to improve on, obviously, but you can see gradually that what he's putting into the team and the squad and what he's telling them, you can see they're obviously taking on board, because we have got a sort of style at the moment. You can see it.
What did you think when you seen the team? And I'll ask the same question to AK.
I didn't think. Well, it was all right, apart from obviously Balogun shocked us because I didn't think he would have started, just because Ben Davies done the press the day before, and I thought he might have been in the team. So I was surprised to see him, but everybody else I thought was much of a muchness. I think of what he had available. I thought Danilo coming in and Dessers going onto the bench was probably what would probably happen. He could have took Lammers out, but he chose to keep him in the team. And Scott Wright, your friend, come back in, and obviously he's showed enough to the manager to get a starting place. Ops.
Aye, AK.
Aye, pretty much the same. I think Balogun coming into the team threw a curveball to everybody there, but I was glad to see Danilo get his start. I thought he merited that after his winner against Hearts. It was all about attitude and application, as we said before the match, and they certainly showed that, getting the early goal, settled any nerves that we had. You know, we could have been in there half time, 2, 3, maybe even 4 up half time, but the guys certainly kept that level of intensity up for the full duration of the match, which was pleasing on the eye, and we got a reward with a comprehensive 5-0 victory. So aye, excellent. Sets us up for the weekend, doesn't it?
Aye, confidence must be slowly rising, Southside.
Aye, obviously, since he's come in, and obviously with his instruction and what he's telling them today, and we're starting to see that we create chances now and we're scoring goals. So obviously when you're doing that and the players are taking on the instruction and they're seeing a reward at the end there, confidence grows, Ox, and you can see it sort of growing with the players that he's had available, and most of them have been restarting again, so in the 11. And we've still got a few in the sidelines that's going to come in over a period of time. But confidence, mate, and just I think he's got good man management skills. When you see the way he reacts when he makes the subs and the sub comes off and talks to all the players, So I think it's just a confidence thing that he's installed into the team, and they're taking it on board. But as Alex said, they're working harder as well. They're moving the ball quicker, which is making a big difference to the tempo of the team.
Aye, you're not getting one strong gun so deep and playing it slow and pedestrian, and the other teams are getting into place and shape, Alex.
Aye, it does make a difference. We're on the front foot. You know, he's obviously, instead of staying in this rigid system that Beale had us supposedly playing, I don't think the players were comfortable doing that. Take the shackles off them and let them express themselves. The guys are good players, as we're finding out. You know, I mean, Lammers scored an exceptional goal the other night. Obviously, his performance can still improve, but I think that'll hopefully come with confidence. I was actually pleased to see Wright in the team, to be honest with you. I was quite impressed with him the week before against Hibs. I thought his work rate and endeavour on the right-hand side offered us a better balance as a forward line. Cantwell's uncomfortable out there. He wants that Lammers role. But the boss kind of tweaked it a wee bit, where I think this weekend's game in mind, and to come away with Dundee with a 5-0 victory, wow, perfect night, wasn't it?
Aye. And some decent football as well, Southside there.
Aye, certainly was, and you could see there was a couple of chances in the first half. No, wee Ridvan get down, and instead of normally sticking it across the front or lumping it in, he cut it back, and Seema was unlucky. But there was some nice wee bits of play, but it was probably because they're moving and the tempo's quicker, and he wants a wee bit of interchangement up front. And interchanging between each other, so they're probably getting more of an understanding as well. But it's been mostly game time, recovery game time. So but you can see that he's made a difference, and that's the thing. It's all positive. And he scored, like Alex says, he scored 5 at Dundee away from him in a midweek. It's a good goal return. It's a good result, Ox.
Yeah, just want to say, before we hear from the manager, I just want to ask you two distinguished gentlemen a question.
Here it comes.
Right, what I want to ask you is this. In Scotland, we've been known to get the odd bit of rain. Do you agree?
Aye.
It's your summers.
Aye.
How warm the rain is.
That's called rain.
Right, and every year we seem to have this debate about the Hampden pitch because there's games on it within 12 hours, Southside. Why not play them on 2 different weekends, sort of fixtures, and get it sorted? Everything the touch goes Pete Tong, doesn't it?
No, it did make sense. The part's not been great for most of the time, as we've seen over the last year or two. But if this weather keeps up and there's going to be a game played before it and then we're on the next day, then I can imagine the surface will not be great for a showpiece as they sort of try and make it to be a semi-final at Hampden. But no, it's just something we'll have to put up with. But hopefully it shouldn't make too much of a difference on the day it is. But it never makes sense.
Have I been petty, Alec?
No, not at all, mate. It's complete stupidity for the governing bodies' behalf. You're trying to, sell the game. It's all about money, obviously, isn't it? Has to be held at Hampden. You can't hold it at a neutral venue outside Hampden. So they're bringing in the coffers. But it's funny how we're always the second game, though, and we have to play on this heavy park. Sure, it was Aberdeen last year, wasn't it? The League Cup semi we had to play when the park's all cut up to bits. So it's a valid point, pal, but the bodies that be, they think they know better, don't they?
Get the cup done, get the draw done, pick the fixtures, organise the league fixtures accordingly, and have the semi-finals a week apart. But you're not playing the pitch. Simple, isn't it?
It's too sensible, Ox. Come on.
Alright, sorry. I apologise. I feel as if I'm not only let myself down, I've let my mum and dad down, my school teachers, my BB officers, Fox, all my cousins, my friends. I've let everybody down. Sorry, Southside.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, right. So we enjoyed the game on Wednesday, and we just want more of the same. Southside, that's all we want. More of the same.
Aye. Obviously, you could hear the support on the night as well on Wednesday. It was a magnificent support up there.
Magnificent.
Aye, loud and proud. That's what we heard for the stands on Wednesday night, and obviously it goes on to the part, and if the team's starting to respond to it and scoring goals, that's what we look for. So aye, it was a good night. Apart from the way up, a few delays, but it was worth it, and a fine win and a good safe return for everybody back down the road with the 3 point socks.
AK.
Yeah, I can only echo what Southside there. He's in the middle of the support that travelled to Dundee, so fair play to every Rangers support that made the effort to go up there. But aye, what a magnificent support we have. See, when we've got that and the team's gelling and they're enjoying their football playing in front of them, you know, there's nothing better than it comes together like that. And as the Rangers players walked off the park, they certainly appreciate it, the support they were given. So unity, hand in hand, isn't it? Let's go, Rangers.
I agree. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to move on to Wednesday. He's never standing still with our club. So we'll split the gaffer's interview up into two. Mr. Fox done that between visitors today, so I can only congratulate him. We'll hear the first half. We have the first half of the gaffer, and then we'll get the phone lines open. That all right with you, AK?
Sounds great to me, pal. Bring it on.
Right, if you want to phone in, ask a question and don't hang about, you're more than welcome. Because remember, this is a phone-in show, Southside, isn't it? And we need callers.
Aye, phone in and ask us anything at all about the Glasgow Rangers, and we'll try and answer it.
AK will do hiking. It's a special subject at the moment in Southside's. Origami.
He sounds like he's doing my eating as well.
He's been cut out there. So let's see if your gaffer, Big Philip Plummer.
Philippe, how helpful is it going into a game of this size on the back of such a positive outcome midweek?
Yeah, it's always good to get confidence, of course, but it's never a guarantee for things. We need to confirm, do what we have been doing in these last 2 weeks, and we know it's a hard challenge. We had the experience already less than 1 week ago against them, so it's a big game, and everybody needs to be ready for that.
How do you feel as a manager when you get to this stage of cup competition where you're so close to silverware but ultimately still work to be done?
It's just focusing on the game and not to think about silverware and how many games to get a trophy or whatever. It's focusing for the players on the tasks they need to do in their position, what they need to do together with the ball and without the ball, putting all our energy into that. Because football stays a game, and that's a little bit different than other collective sports like basketball or volleyball or these sports. When you're really dominant and the better team, you have in the 90% chance to win. In football, it's not the case. So we need to be focused on everything we need to do and to force the result. That's the way we need to do it.
You've said before you want to win every competition. The fact that this one comes early in the season, so early in your time here, does it carry an extra significance? How important is this competition to you?
That we can say at the end of the season. I hope it will not be important.
The expectation is obviously high for silverware here always. Do you sense a heightened expectation because the other obvious favourites in Celtic are not in the competition anymore?
Those are all really good things for you guys because you can make a lot of articles about that. I'm not busy with all those things about noise, what people think, what people think it's important or not important. For me, like I said from the beginning, every game is important. Every day is important. Today we had a training and every exercise is important for me, that the players show quality. If they do that and they do it every day and every game, then at the end of the season, there will be silverware. It's like that, but we need to focus on our own things and not on noise and what can be or what should be or whatever. No, we need to focus on ourselves.
Off the back of a positive performance midweek, is the challenge you set your players now to keep on proving that they can maintain that or better it every single time they step on the pitch?
I want them to be ambitious to become better. It's not that it was the perfect performance. We can do things better than that performance. But you see them that they start to understand more and more the story, what we want to do. So it becomes more fluent. Also more players stepping in and getting experience in how to move together, what to do with the ball and without the ball. And like this, we need to strengthen the team and let the team grow.
Is that the hope that the performance levels will heighten week on week, the fitter the squad gets and the more players come back from injury?
Yeah, but you have also opponents. It's not only ourselves. So you need you also have scenarios of a game. Now we had the game when we scored fast, so an opponent needs to come. They lose confidence, so it becomes easier. We had against Hearts the goal against, and we were pushing and we had chances and they saved balls on the line. We missed a penalty, so it's a totally different scenario. And at the end, we took the victory because we didn't stop. We kept on repeating. We kept our confidence. We kept our belief. We kept our desire. So those are the things we need to bring every game. But it's not a guarantee that you win every game. I don't know one team in the world who won all the games of the season. It never happened, I think. Maybe something interesting to look for if it ever happened. So no, I'm every day looking for perfection in everything. But I know also that 100% perfection doesn't exist, and it's a game of mistakes also, football. And important thing is then how to react. Like normally that's a fine now for if the phone goes off. So perfection never exists.
It's your first game at the National Stadium as a manager. Is that an experience you're looking forward to?
No, to be honest. I have a lot of respect for the history and all those things, but I'm so focused in my team. That's the only thing important. And if we play, I told them, with the circumstances before the game, also in Dundee, it doesn't matter for me if we play in the National Stadium or we need to play on the parking lot. With the team, it's about one thing, and that's winning the games.
Is that easy to try and get the players to block out the surroundings like that and just focus on the game? Is that one of the biggest challenges as a manager?
We have a lot of challenges more than that. If it was that easy, I would have a good life. I have a good life, but I would have a better life. It's one of the things. It's one of the things.
Do you have any players returning late for this game?
Yeah, it depends because I'm not thinking so much who was out. I can say who's not in. That's easier for me for the moment. So John Suter will not be available for selection. Nicolas Raskin also not. Rabbi Matondo also not. And Kemar Roof also not. And the rest, I hope, if everything goes well, that they are available to be in the selection.
So there's a chance we could see Tom Lawrence then back in the squad?
There's a chance, but it's not a guarantee. It depends what I see in the trainings, like for all the players.
Was Ben Davies just rested during the week?
He had a small problem. That's why I didn't take chances with him. Also, according what the medical staff told me, that it was a risk to let him play. So I'm not somebody who takes risks at those moments and to lose a player for several weeks in that way. So I have confidence in the squad. I want to build a squad that's more than 11 or 14 players. So you need to give chances. And Leon Balogun took the chance. So that's a very positive thing, like other players did the games before.
But Ben Davies is back for the weekend?
Normally he will be back, but it's still on the edge.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972.
It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Oh, thanks for that, Fox. I enjoyed Big Phil. So sick.
Breath of fresh air, isn't it? It's a manager that's actually talking sense, and it's refreshing to listen to. And he's firm with his answers and his explanations, and it's really a joy to listen to, mate. He sounds like he's got a bit of authority about him as well. Discipline. And he always talks about the team. It's always a team effort, isn't it?
Right. I'm enjoying him, AK.
So ain't we all, pal? I just get the impression that he's a very selfless manager. You know, there's plenty of selfish examples over the years. You can see a manager that'll take the heat off of the pressure of the players and put it onto himself. Now, a Mourinho kind of example, you know, that's the way he likes to control his team. When the guys are asking our manager a question, he's saying, no, it's not about me. It's about the team. Everything is about the collective, the team, and where they want to get to. I think he's very, very intelligent with a lot of his answers. He doesn't give anything away, unlike his predecessor. So no, he's very refreshing, as your two selves have just said there.
Aye, he's not going to take any snash neither, Southside, is he?
No, and he finds a wee bit of humour in his press conferences as well sometimes, you know. Like you said, when the phone went off, he said that'd normally be a fine. So, no, and I think the players will react to him as well, listening to him. And as I say, sometimes when the manager comes to the club, players will listen to press conferences, although they meet the manager and stuff, they do listen to see, but just to get an idea if they don't know much about him. But any time he's held a press conference, it feels like he's controlling it. Oh, that's what it feels like to me, even though he's getting asked the questions.
Aye. No. I like the cut he's jibby, AK. That's it for me. Simple.
Yeah, didn't we all? I mean, your caller Derek last night pretty much summed him up and compared him to Walter. I think we've all been looking for that figurehead, a proper manager, but we all look to the manager to kind of lead us, and it's the trust. We knew he's got a long way to go. He's just started in his career, obviously. I mean, you can't put him up on a pedestal with Walter, but you get that impression he is a leader of men, and he will guide them, and he'll do everything for the benefit of the team, which he thinks right. And by the way, see, once things start going right, and it's been a great start to his career, that's when the trust issue, and we will follow on as the song goes. But whatever he's saying and doing now is 100% very, very good.
All right, come and join us. Give us your thoughts. You've heard the first half of Philip Comot's press conference. Give us your thoughts on the new manager now. What's that, 3 weeks? Southside, is that 3 weeks he's been with the players?
3 games, isn't it?
Hibs was the first one, then Hearts, then
the European game. The European game.
Mm-hmm.
He said, is it 4 games, 11 goals? 1 against or something?
2, 3, 4 and 5 have scored in the league since the last manager left, but yeah.
I think it's the experience of him. He's conducted press conferences. I know he's new into management, but he's had 4 or 5 jobs, and he's probably used to dealing with the press. Whereas when Michael Beale was there the last time, when Gerrard done the press conferences, Gary Mack done them, and then obviously he got his chance in management at QPR, and then comes to us. But you can see the vast difference just in how you deal with the press, you know, and how you answer questions, because he is a real manager, you know. He's got that experience. Aye. He'll deal with he'll answer it how he wants to answer it, and he knows that. He's got the confidence. He's dealt with the press. He's probably been asked awkward questions and other jobs that he's had in the past. But I think the way he's talking now, I think this is his style of management. The way he talks about togetherness, and they'll all move together and they'll learn this and that, and I'll make them better players and stuff, like he's alluded to before. So, and at the moment, we're getting a new manager bounce, aren't we?
I don't know if I want that, because we have a bounce, AK, as you well know. You end up back down again, didn't you?
Aye, very good. Well, let's hope that the Clermont and the team don't come back crashing down to earth with a bump on Sunday. But very impressive. His numbers, he speaks common sense, doesn't he? I mean, it's no rocket science, but it's just trying to get the ingredients, and he's trying to rebuild a lot of the players' confidence in there. And who knows, we're starting to see you know, a refresh, a fresh page is what he said. You've seen an improvement, I would say, in Lundstrom's game. You've seen an improvement in Wright's game. Lammers is starting to, you know, just one game. I'm not getting carried away, but all these wee things, the wee seeds that he keeps dropping in there, they're starting to kind of, you know, form. And the end goal is trophies, right enough. So we're not getting carried away. Not just yet, anyway, until we see it's over.
Well, actually, this weekend's massive. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know my thoughts. League Cup.
I'm going to be a priority, but I always want to win it. Simple, you know. Yeah. You want to win it. Always in some great memories, Southside.
Aye, used to be a trophy we used to win quite regular. It was always the first trophy of the season up for grabs. It was usually a bit earlier than the final was going to be this year, should we get there, which I expect us to do. But aye, some good games in the League Cup. Was it Ian Redford's chip when he seen Hamish off his line? Ian Durant.
Yep. But against them and against that.
Aberdeen, I'm sure I know.
Scored a good goal. That was the Cooper goal and all, wasn't it?
Aye.
Free kick, aye.
BHM, aye.
That particular year, we seemed to play Aberdeen in every final, didn't we?
I think when it was the Skull Cup, I think we won it 7 or 8 times. You might need to run about that. I don't think they actually won it at Mob across the city when it was actually the Skull Cup. I'm sure, because we had a good record in it. I'm sure Aberdeen won it, and I think Hibs won it one year, I know, maybe.
I'll tell you, mate, if you give me a second.
I know we had a good record when it was the Skull Cup, and I think they changed it. Was it the CIS Cup after that or something? They changed it to.
A couple of them. Mind the 9 men as well. Kenny Miller.
The
Pigeon, aye. Was it Jelavic as well? I think Steve Davis and Jelavic. I think that was a League Cup final too.
Stephen Davis, please. Steve Davis is a snooker player.
That's Sir Stephen Davis. But Jelavic went into the post, didn't it?
I remember Walter on the touchline at Hampden that day when we're down to the 9 men, and he was out there orchestrating that team and demanding and pointing his arms and shouting and bawling, and I thought that's what I wanted to see from my manager that day. No, Walter just epitomised that we were going to win that day and no give up. That was backs to the wall for a good bit, obviously, but we got there in the end, you know, with determination and the will to win.
Remarkable, mate. Remarkable. 9 men. They break away and score a goal.
Well, we come back with that before, remember, Ibrox, McCoist and Richard Goff. So we did with 9 men.
But they had 10, mate. It was 10 against 10.
Aye. Yeah. Done them with 10 before. Davy Robertson getting sent off in the semi-final, was it?
Aye, Scottish Cup. Scottish Cup. Just waiting for us. Oh, there we go. Right, Skull Lager, 84 to 92. Yeah. 84 to 92, we'll get the winners. And then there was no sponsor, then it was a Coca-Cola Cup. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. And before it was the Skull Cup, it was the Bell's Whiskey Cup for 2 years. It just shows you how you forget things Southside, doesn't it?
I don't remember it being called that. I struggled to get a CIS, I remember that in the Skull, but aye. Whoever had the money in back in the day, they wanted to take the money in it, and it was usually, if it was going to be alcohol related, they would take the dough, wouldn't they?
Mind you, the Ali McCoist hat-trick final as well. Was that about 84, was it, Southside?
Aye, I'm going about 8. Aye, it was 84, I think. Aye.
That was the last one before it became the Skull Cup, wasn't it?
Well, that was when the greatest fans in the world couldn't fill their end at Hampden.
I think it was 2 finals in 1 year back in the day. One dragged on to about March, the next one was played by October. Need to get that checked out. But anyway, interesting stuff. So we're just waiting for a caller coming in.
Bother. We've no won it for 2011, no. That's the kind of galling fact.
No. Oh, there's always reasons, but the last 3 or 4 years we should have won more trophies.
Hello.
Yep.
Evening, Stuart.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hi.
Evening.
Everybody seems a lot happier these days, I think. It seems that way anyway. The manager, I mean, I like the way he's handling his press conferences now. These reporters or whoever's there, they're always trying to catch him out, trying to get him to say something that he might have to kind of walk back or regret. Michael Beale always seemed to get caught out with things and went on to elaborate too much. So I feel he's got a real grasp of that. But what I really like about him is he's not throwing anybody under the bus. He's giving them all a chance. Look, we've all got a chance. But he'll care in his mind who he really wants there or who really kind of thinking. He's probably got a 2 or 3 that he's saying, they're not really for me, but he's giving them a chance. The Scott Wrights, the Lammers, Dessers, maybe boys like that, even Cifuentes. I mean, he come on, I thought he did okay. He was quite stable. So I think, as somebody was saying, I think it was Southside says it, they've all improved a wee bit, I think, maybe 10, 15, 20%. So we're going in the right direction, as you were saying. If we get a good result on Sunday, put us into a final, gives me more confidence, it gives it a bit of a boost. And then if we get to this final and win it, then there's January's round the corner, add a few, 2 or 3, he's on about wide men and all that. I think going into the new year, things are looking pretty good. Imagine if we could win at Parkhead. That would just really round it all off, That would really be good. I feel a lot more optimistic, that's for sure.
Aye, Southside.
Aye, Stuart, I think the now coming up to the semi-final at Hampden, I think it will suit us because I think we've got players with pace in certain areas that we can hurt them, and I think we've played them, but we didn't have a great performance the first time round. But it's just I took that for the European game on the Thursday night. I thought some of the players were probably just tired mentally, because it takes it out. Any time you come back from Prague and it's a rest, and then you're straight away, you're trying to do a wee bit of light stuff, and you're straight into a game time again. So you can see the improvement, sure. You can see the more effort, and they're moving the ball a bit quicker. Players are starting to move and interact. Obviously, Daniel gives you a bit more movement, although he could have scored a few more goals. But I think maybe with more game time and match sharpness, he might have just picked easier option at times and just side-fitted it in the net when the one fell for about 6 yards out and they just hit it at the goalie and stuff. But aye, and to be honest, Stuart, for what we've seen with the team in a short period of time, we could have won 8 or 9-0 on Wednesday night if a couple more had took their chances, So, and we wouldn't have been saying that. We wouldn't have been saying that lately, had we? So, no, I'm happy with the effort that's getting applied. I think you can see a style and a structure, and I think he talks very well in the press conferences, and I think he's getting them to believe it. Aye, some are individuals, but he's a work as a team, and that's how I'm going forward. And I think he's got good man management skills that we've seen early doors for him, and I think the players will react to that. And if they see sort of style and tactics working, and we're getting a reward for it, Stuart, then the players will buy in straight away. And like you say, over a period of time, he'll weed out the ones that he doesn't need, and we'll get other players in. But at the moment, they all seem to be responding to him at the moment.
No, I agree, definitely. Give me a like as well. Sorry.
And you come again.
No, no boss. No, it's a pertinent point, Stuart. That what Southside says there. I mean, we can't underestimate it. Actually, see, when you consider it, I think it was Oxford that picked it up last week too. We were the only team that actually scored at the weekend that had been playing at Europe for during the week. So the efforts that the players exert is obviously a factor. But they've got to learn to obviously deal with that mentality-wise. I think everything, the refresh, going up to Dundee, it was like a totally different team. But obviously, he's refreshing certain components in the team. We're bringing in your Balogun and and Wright and Jack and Danilo, you know, and they're all coming in there with the endeavour to impress, to try and get a start. So competition for places, that's where we've kind of fell down a wee bit. Unfortunate if under Bale, but it's certainly everybody bursting, you know, a gut. That's the minimum effort and everything that we're looking for is support. But it augurs well for the manager selection for future matches.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that really impressed me, he's totally picked up on it, was if you look at the likes of Balogun, he's not played for a while. The way he surged forward and he made that goal, he had a few wee things like that. And what you noticed was Lundstrom just dropping back. And what he's wanting is a lot of players on the move at the one time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a really good thing. That made Lundstrom look a lot better than what he's been for a long time. And as I said, everybody has increased even like Scott Wright used that as the benchmark. It increased maybe 15-20% which is quite big in the great scheme of things. And one of my last points I knew is how big a part is Alec Ray playing in this? That's what I would think. I think it's a smart move on getting him in there as a wee kind of sounding board between the manager and the players. He's a tenacious wee midfielder, so I think he's got a big part to play in as well. It's maybe went a wee bit unnoticed. That's what I think.
Well, there's definitely seems to be. I'm picking my words wisely here, so because I want to be fair on the previous regime. There seems to be a mere connect between the management team and the football team. Does that make sense?
Aye. He's getting. It's down to the fact players aren't the daft, Stuart. Right? They know that Bill. Obviously, some of the squad knew him and that, but obviously things weren't right. You were going there week in, week out, and as we kept saying on the show, and everybody kept saying, we'd no style or no tactics. So, and players are getting obviously told what to do, but they've had clear instruction for this new manager. They realise he is a manager. They'll respect him. He's played the game. He's been an international player. So he's got a good knowledge of the game. And he's come in with his assistant, and I dare say who he's added, as you mentioned, Alex Ray there as well. Stevie Smith has done quite a bit in the background as well, Stuart. You've seen him taking a lot of the training sessions, and he's got quite a lot of his badges, if not all of them, I think. I think he went in and done all them. And obviously Stephen Davis is there as well. So, there's probably, they might have an influence as well. I don't really know, to be honest, but at the moment, we're seeing a difference in the players, and any of the ones that we think will maybe go, if they are trying to aspire to this manager to try and see if they can get an extension of a contract, then they will go out and show it. And as I said, Scott Wright has showed it well, because I think he's playing in a position on the right-hand side. The last time we seen him a few weeks back, remember, he get played at Ibrox on the left-hand side, you know. And, so if players are playing in the right position and have got a structure to work to and know what they're doing, then it's down to the player then to go and show us what they've got. And at the moment, a good thing is, Stuart, we're creating chances. That's what we're doing.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and that's the difference at the moment. You can see straight away from middle to front that we're creating chances, and now we're getting the rewards because we're scoring goals.
24 goals were scored, league goals, Southside. 14 of them in the last 4 games. The previous 7 before that, 10. Take out the Livingston game, it means 6 and 6, mate.
Aye. But we're creating chances up, so...
Now we are. Aye, now we are.
Aye.
Stuart, what surprised you that he's done? What incident surprised you? I was surprised when I seen Balogun, I was shocked on Wednesday night because he hadn't been mentioned.
Surprising. I don't know. I mean, I think he's got a good rapport with the players. He's shown that he's not want to be their pal. We always want to be their pal, I think. And one of the lads, it can't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be, the manager's got to be the manager, a bit of respect there. And I think he's come in with a bit of presence about him. I think you need that in a sort of manager. And what he does with the players coming off, he's kind of grabbing them a bit and kind of giving them a bit of a boost sort of thing. So I think he's given a big injection into everybody, a feel-good factor, if you like. And I just feel it's looking really positive, more so new than what it's been for the last 2 or 3 years. Even when Gio was there, I just feel he didn't have, had the presidency been a great player, but you just felt there was something lacking there. He just stood in the touchline, never done a lot, really. This guy, you could see him sort of bearing down on people. He's a bit more sort of mobile about the place, which I like. Where Bill would just sort of stand and not really do much. His tracksuit was hanging down to his knees at times, kind of. It just didn't look like a manager at times. Looked like a punter at times, standing on the touchline. This guy's got presence, and I'm quite happy with it. Quite happy with the whole situation.
Right, I'll tell you what we'll do, if it's all right with you, AK. Let's get the second half from Philip Clement.
Absolutely.
Philip, it was touched upon earlier about, so early into the season what it would mean to reach a National Cup final, but for your managerial career, it must be a big thing with Rangers if you were to do that so early.
No, honestly, I'm totally not busy with that. I'm not busy with my career or things like that. I do this job because I love to do things with people together. I do this job because I love to make people better, to help them, to guide them, to put my passion that I had as a player now into other people, because my body cannot do that on the pitch anymore. So, no, I'm not busy with a career and I want to go there, or I want to win that trophy or that trophy. I have had the luck that I win quite some trophies already in a quite young career. But the satisfaction for me is to have this together with the players, with the staff, to have these moments together. It's not that I will sleep better or I feel myself better if I have 5 trophies instead of 3, for example. I'm totally not busy with that. But I love the joy that football can give people. I love the joy to see in the stands, like in Dundee, if you come after the final whistle, you go inside and you see all these people so happy. Those are the things where I love to be a manager. It's about that, with my players, with my staff, with supporters. So it's about that, not about my personal things.
Is that the same? Is that the same mentality you want to see from your players? They're always being hungry to strive for medals and for wins.
Yeah, for sure. To be ambitious in everything and not to be focused on medals or things like that. They will come if you do the good things. They need to be focused to try to do every time the perfect thing what the team needs. And with also to be brave and not to have fear to make mistakes, because it's an important part in football. If you don't make mistakes, you're not brave. You don't do good things. But it's important how you react afterwards. That I want to give to my players. And that's what I've been seeing now these last 2 weeks, what they're showing on the field. And I want to see much more of that with more players, also the players who come out of injury to step into that story and do things. That's why I also gave minutes to Sifu, for example, in Dundee, that he can step into the story and feel the story, because it's about doing things together. It's not a sport one-on-one. It's a sport where it's very important to make movements together with and without ball.
Do you see some players that have maybe had a little criticism, the attitude that you're trying to instill to be brave, to take risks, paying off? Guys like maybe Lammers, Dessers, who play very well.
Did they had criticism? I don't know. They had criticism, yeah. I don't know. That's why I'm not busy with noise. I'm busy with what I see in the trainings and in the games, and make my analysis together with my staff about that, because I was not the biggest talent as a player. I had also my criticism in my career, and I know how things go. I had also players in the past that everybody said that they were not good players or they could not do something. I think a good example is Ali Samata in Genk. When I came there, everybody said that he could not score goals, that he always missed chances. if you think like that as a coach and you follow that, you have a problem. We just invested in him, we trained with him, and we saw technical qualities that he could score goals. And we made a lot of trainings with him with extra exercises after the training, and 1 year later he was top scorer, and the second year he made a transfer to Premier League. It's about that, about seeing potential of players and then giving them the tools to develop themselves together with the staff all together. And then it's about the players taking those chances. But I'm not busy with other people think about my players. I will see what I see on the pitch.
Last couple of minutes. You've got guys in the squad that have won the domestic league title here and won the Scottish Cup as well, but no one's won the League Cup with Rangers. Do you get a sense that there's an additional hunger from those players to add that final medal to their own?
Yeah, but I hate this extra motivation. I want that they're motivated for everything. So if I think, oh, now they're motivated because it's semi-final and we can win a cup, it's totally the wrong message. They need to be motivated every day, every game, to show the best of themselves. A football career is so short for them. It's so fast gone. They need to be motivated every day to take the best out of every day. They have the best life in the world. And that I want to see from my players. And then the other things follow.
Philippe, you mentioned after the Dundee match, after the players were set off, that it's not the place to bring players in.
Sure.
Any message for supporters who are still thinking that's the way to go?
No, I think I was clear in what I said after the game. Okay, I will repeat it the last time then. No, I loved how we came in Dundee in the special circumstances. You come outside for the warm-up, you see a lot of Rangers supporters, a lot of atmosphere, songs, chants, support for the team. It gives the team energy, and the pyro thing we don't need. It doesn't give something extra. It's dangerous. So if they give all the other things, I will be a very satisfied manager.
During your playing career, wasn't that big then, was it?
Oh, it happened much more than now. But it's good that there are rules because it's dangerous thing. So I think we need to avoid that people can come in danger. So it's in a lot of places in the past that I've seen it. But it's good that there are strict rules because we need to avoid that there's danger for people.
There we go. We know what they're doing. I don't want to touch on it, but some people would think there's problems in the city with a certain team and their support. Maybe I'm just being a bit suspicious, but there we go. We're magnificent support when I'm up and cheered the team to victory Southside.
Aye, loud and proud it was. And aye, it was a good night.
Yeah, we can see right through them, eh?
Oh, we know what we're up to. We know what they're up to. Denying
you're learning, aren't you? You're learning. Every day's a school day.
Yeah, every day. I hope they're no stairs. Using an elevator for now on.
You've got to watch them. Some of them will get safe limits.
Good idea.
Stuart, you just enjoy the big Phil, don't you?
Aye, no, I mean, I've listened to that before, and I've listened to boys sort of meetings, if you like, his interviews, sort of thing. You could take, if you really listen to what he's saying, sometimes you could see where he's going. I mean, I don't know if you maybe picked up on this in the past. He was talking about his wife divorced him because he was so dedicated to football. I don't know if you mind him saying that. It's a pretty dramatic thing to say for a manager. He kind of put his heart in his sleeve a wee bit there, but it shows you who he is. And what I also picked up, I wasn't there. I don't know if it was this one or one previously. He likes big players, physical players, and you heard what he says about that guy. I can't mind the boy's name. That he wasn't scoring goals, and somebody, the coach, had told him, he's hopeless, he's missing all these chances. Took him aside, worked on all his kind of the skill level that he did have. So I think he could see skill in a person. And I'm going to make a prediction here. I mean, they've all kind of slagged Lammers, and I've been one of his biggest critics. That he has got technical ability, good technical ability. See, a couple of times that boy put through for Dessers, things like that, perfectly weighted. And Dessers got a bit of technical ability too. I could see these people making the biggest improvements, and especially the height of Lammers. I think he's going to make him a better player. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I just feel there is a lot of technical ability in that guy. And somebody says that he's a bit too quiet to kind of make a bit more bolder moves and make the mistakes and not get involved, hide a wee bit. So I think we could see big improvements with him. You just get a good all-round feeling with what the guy's saying, how he's got to improve the team.
Yeah, listen, we've been really, really tough on Dessers and Lammers about the performances. If I'm being honest, Southside, you've been at times charitable. It's not, it is like you're a very charitable fibre bulk. Right,
but you're not going to. He's got technical ability, mate.
On you go, mate. On you go.
He's got technical ability, Stuart. You can see that. See the goal he scored at the start of the season in the warm-up against Hamburg. The players were out doing warm-ups and stuff, and they were hitting them for the edge of the box, and he was putting them in tap corners either side, watching them doing it at training. And you can see in games he's got good feet, he's got good movement. He just probably needs a bit of confidence, and maybe that goal, the way he turned inside them at the edge of the box and then hit it, it was probably the best goal in the league so far this year by any team, you know. But and there's a lot of times he's no showed up, you know, and it's been frustrating. And you don't know what it is. Maybe he's just took a wee while longer to settle. But I think it's now the fact that we've got a real manager that's got a tactics and a style. And I think over a period of time, you might see improvement in him. And as he touched on about the goal scorer at Genk, if he can make Dessers become a top goal scorer and we can sell him to the Premiership in 2 years, he will be Harry Potter, I'll tell you that. But no, you want Dessers to do well and all. You know, we critique it as we see it, Stuart, and we've done it. That's how we do the show on the Monday night. We critique it as we've watched it at the weekend, and I have been harsh on them at times, but we need to be harsh on him. The guy just keeps saying, it's all right, and you miss 3-4 and you're falling over the ball and you're running offside, and every time he took a touch and lost it, he would just give away a foul. But on Wednesday night when he was running in and goal, and you're standing behind the goal, and I'm thinking, right, what you got to do here? And I tell you what, he finished it well. You know, he finished it well, and Lammers played a nice pass through to him, and this time he ran through with confidence and done what we were hoping he would do, stick it in the back of the net.
I think we should sign the referee as well. That was a good dummy done as well. It was brilliant. You know what I mean? Right, like. Definitely.
Don't know if I would sign him, but that's another story I don't want to go into. But
well, finish a favour there anyway. You know what I would have loved? I'd have loved for something like that goal to happen in a Celtic game and we won 1-0 or something. That would be poetry. Absolutely brilliant. I'd love it. Anyway, never happened. But we could live in hope.
It would certainly be interesting. AK, listen, we've pounded Lammers at times, you know. But that goal we scored, listen, hopefully it's just the start. Maybe gets a bit of confidence and scores another goal. Doesn't need to be that spectacular. Just keep the run going. Confidence and grow. It's a strange game, mate.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, the Southside said here, but we're critiquing the game by game. You know, we want to give them the opportunity to play, but seeing they're not playing well, we've got to call it as we see it, or else we're kidding ourselves on. It's only one game. It's a spectacular goal that he scored. I hope he draws a lot of confidence off it, and we see the player that he can become. But at the moment, it's baby steps. You know, the only way is up when you're at ground zero. And I think his confidence in Dessers was the same. Their confidence was that low. You know, the only way was up. So they've obviously embraced the new manager coming in there. They embraced the fresh page that they're working off of. As I say, there's been improvement with other players as well. We just want competition for places. If we've got that, if we're winning, we're scoring loads of goals. He said that before he came in. My team scores plenty of goals. We're creating all these opportunities. We're doing what Rangers should be doing in Scotland, Oxford. We're sweeping these teams aside. That's the way Rangers should be doing that. And Sunday's a big opportunity now to cement a place in a League Cup final and then carry on that momentum into next week.
So, do you feel that there's something building here? Don't want to go overboard, but do you feel it?
Listen, you can see, you can feel when you're at the games now, you can just see it's the intensity and just the fact that we're creating chances. That's the fact that when we go up the park, we're more or less creating chances. It was a bit sticky at times in the first half on Wednesday night. Get that. Probably didn't create as many in the first half as we should have. But in the second half, it totally changed. You know, and we got our rewards for the chances. And like I said, it could have been a lot more on Wednesday night, as you know, because Danilo missed at least 4. I was thinking the fact being Dessers in there and he'd missed them, he'd have been getting absolutely slaughtered tonight. But Danilo, I think, probably just doing a bit of lack of match fitness and that. But you can see he's got good movement and he's moving because passes are getting played in the right positions, players are getting in the right area. And I've seen it back, and even in the first half, even Ridvan puts the ball across the goal and Seema slides in and puts it by the post. We had another three players in that box and one at the edge of the box. So you can see that team's going forward as a unit. As he says, they want them to go forward as a unit. So hopefully it's baby steps now, but it's going to get better and improve. And we've got a test on Sunday, mate, but it's the one that we've got to get done, and I don't fear that we can't do that on Sunday. I think it will suit us on Sunday, the big park at Hampden, and I think we'll make it easier, and I think what people will believe it will be.
I hope so. Listen, AK, just before we move to the tune, if we play, we win. There's no doubt in that on Sunday, but we've got to play.
Well, we've got a far better squad than what Hearts is. To say the confidence factor is a big thing with players fit by teams. You say we've scored 14 goals. We departed with Michael Beale domestically anyway.
In the league, 2, 3, 4 and 5.
Fantastic. That's an incredible return. When if players aren't feeding confidence off of that, then I don't know what they would. But no, things are looking positive and we're on the up. We're getting behind our team, which is good because we're getting entertained, we're seeing goals, and we've got an opportunity to win this first trophy of the year.
Right, we're going to play a Rangers tune.
Just a quick one, pal, just before I'm going to nip away. So like, sure, there are a lot of guys listening.
You're going to buy me dinner first, Stuart?
I'll get you a fish supper and drop it in. How's that? Listen, just one final point before I go.
Aye.
Another big plus point for me is the backroom staff, the kind of the body language, the demeanour of them all, opposed to what we had with Beale. Just 4 guys or 5 guys sitting in a row with glum faces. That's a big thing as well. So that's the kind of enthusiasm coming through the whole group, if you know what I mean.
It's night
Makes a difference.
Night and day. But
makes a difference.
Don't get all bear started on the boys.
Right, I'm away. I'll drop you a haggis supper in, all right? And all the best. I'll catch up with you later on. Okay. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Yeah. All right, the haggis supper, no fish supper, not the night. Got that one out. Right, okay. We're going to have a tune outside. Some people want to sing along. I'm very welcome. They might know it. 2 different songs. Take it away. Boxy boy.
I close my eyes and picture the lovely Ibron Sea. I never even think about the 40 shades of green. The lads that I will sing about, King William's chosen few, are a credit to our loyal club in their shirts of royal blue. I think that I can see again Davy Wilson praises we did sing. Greg and Shearer played their part, and Slim Jim Baxter too. And they lifted many trophies in their shirts of royal blue. The Hibs, the Hearts, the Celtic, the two teams in Dundee, and the Northern Lights of Aberdeen don't mean that much to me. And other teams throughout the land have supporters, just a few. But the team we love is Rangers in the shirts of royal blue. Think that I can see again Davy Wilson on the wing, Miller, Brand and Henderson, the praises we did sing. Greg and Shearer played their part, and Slim Jim Baxter too. And they lifted many trophies in their shirts of royal blue. And they lifted many trophies in their shirts of royal blue. And lifted many trophies in their shirts of royal blue.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972.
It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Nice wee ditty there, Southside. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, certainly enjoyed that. Not heard that version for a while, but yes.
Yes, yes. That'll take you back. That'll take you back. Right, come and join us. Phone in. Make your quick point if you wish. You want to sit with us? Sit between 8K and Southside, for roads between two thorns. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. Right. But we're building up to the big moment there Friday night. Everybody's donation to the bookie. So let's hear Southside Super 6.
Hi, welcome to Southside Super 6 for November the 4th. My first selection this weekend is Wolves to beat Sheffield United away from home. My second selection is Bristol City to beat Sheffield Wednesday. My third selection is Southampton to beat Millwall away from home. My fourth selection is Plymouth to beat Middlesbrough. My fifth selection is Kilmarnock to beat Motherwell. And my last selection is Newport to beat Oldham. If you take all six, it pays 103.5 to 1.
What was that, Bonds? What was the accumulator? I've just fell off my seat.
I know you did. You heard it.
I've just threw away my crutch.
Might as well blow the bookies up this weekend, Bonfire weekend.
Here we go.
103.5 to 1.
And for those that don't bet normally, if you put a fiver towards that, you give the bookie your fiver.
Aye, just the same as every other week, if we're honest, bar one.
Well, you're moaning about odds. That's what you do, innit? You moan most weeks when the odds come out.
We want winners, mate. We don't care about the odds. We want winning lines. It's all
Well,
about winning.
That's right.
Right, we'll see how it goes, mate. At least you're having a go. Yeah. I congratulate you for your efforts. I will be all in, as you well know, and I'll keep everybody informed. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We're not playing to Sunday, so we'll be kept updated, won't I? Ping. The listeners don't know, but some of us have got to go through on this show, by the way, and when the Rangers aren't playing that day in that Super Sixes one. Can't even have a day in peace for you.
A lot of people think it's entertaining, AK.
Of course it is. That's part of the gamble. It's called gambling for a reason. Good luck, big man.
It's a bit of fun.
Yes.
And just so you know, for the last bear standing Southside, so everybody knows, Mrs. Ox has went for Wraith Rovers this week.
Right.
Okay.
Who are they playing?
Airdrie.
Mon Airdrie.
Oh, that's not right. That's Mrs. Oxshoe. Come on.
Yeah. Right, come on, Wraith Rovers. They'll be dancing in the streets of Wraith.
No, I agreed with you first time, AK. I'm looking for a rollover.
Brilliant.
Right, okay. Come and join us. Friday night. Could be a great weekend. Southside Super 6 up. Rangers win a semi-final. Get to Hampden. AK.
Boy, sounds good to me, pal. Sounds good to me. Have we have any thoughts about our team ahead yet? Are you keeping that till later in the show?
Oh, but the managers. He had his interview and he told us who was fit. So hope John Suter's all right. Ben Davis had a problem. You know, he's had a few issues. Let's be honest, since he's been here, his injury record isn't the best Southside, is it?
Nah, it's not been. It took a while out to get started, and then he had a wee run of games, and then he's been out. But by the sounds of it, a lot of the players haven't had a good general level of fitness, by the sounds of it, or if they've got that type of fitness, they probably aren't at a level, although some will probably have played the games, but probably some of them playing these last 3-4 games in a bounce is probably a bit much for some of them, but they're getting through it. So I think because the European game on the Thursday and Balogun's not in the squad, I think if there's any issue with Ben Davis, I think he'll no play him. If he can certainly play on the Thursday, I think it's more likely to keep him for then than risk him.
By the way, there was a few you could have given man in match day, but one of them was Balogun, if I'm being honest.
Aye, he was. Aye. See, that's what I was kind of thinking as well. With the same lines as I thought Davis was a cert to come back in, but after listening to his presser today, would you be surprised if he started the same team that started at Dundee?
Aye.
Right. So who comes out and who comes in then?
You were right.
I'm surprised that you're no surprised. I think he might go with that same team. Do you know that?
He could do, but for me, Cantwell, if Cantwell's fit, it's a semi-final. I want him on the pitch and get my. We don't play it Thursday, and he's hardly played. He's had a bit of rest. Hopefully he's getting fitter and fitter. For his injury, Southside, I want Cantwell on the pitch.
Probably you could Cantwell for Ryan Jack, maybe.
No, for me.
No, you got to take Scott Wright out of the team, ain't you?
Right out of the team, mate. You said it right.
But Hampden's big part in it, maybe in his system that he's going to play. Scott Wright fits in there and might want him to get down to run the legs after him when he gets into wide spaces. And that might be the style that he's going to pick.
Bring on later on with a bit of pace, maybe.
Aye, obviously the options, but he'll be looking at maybe how much fitness is in the players to start, and he'll be going by what the physios and the sports sciences are telling him. So, but maybe Todd Cantwell might have enough in him to start, and maybe in his selection you might be right, it might be Scott Wright that comes out, but I've got a feeling Scott Wright will stay in the team, mate.
Aye, you could be right. I could be wrong. It's happened before. Not that often, but it's happened before. But aye, listen, I don't think you'll be far away, AK. I tell you who will be playing. 100%. Jack Butland.
Of course he will. Yes, he's a man, isn't he? I just like the look of the team and the way they played, and I think the subs bring them. Then we've got a call up.
Just wait there, Tom. Let AK finish. Carry on.
Aye, the first time he's finished.
Right, Tom. Just wait. Just
let him finish. No, I just like the energy that the team and the balance and all that. I think he took Cantwell out because he was worried about the heavy park. If you're saying we're getting heavy rain again at the weekend, they might just leave Cantwell and bring him on maybe the last half hour. You know, so
I think it was the number of games. That's how you done it, mate. Anyway, evening, Tom. How you doing?
Not bad. How's yourself, pal? Hope you're all good. Hope big Alex toe and his fingers getting better.
Thanks, Tom.
No, what it was, I was going to ask the panel if they've noticed, as I've noticed, in the past couple of games, that the players are starting to play in their own position. In the 5-0 win there with Big Balogun on, I'd like to see him there all the time, because with him on, wee Ridvan can shoot forward. Right? I noticed that it gave him a freedom to go forward, because Big Balogun covered that ground no bother. And I was thinking, could it not happen on the right side? Could we not get another player in here and let Tavernier do the same as Ridvan? What do you think?
Southside.
Well, in the last game or two, Tom, when Ridvan or Borna went forward, Davis, when he played, sort of covered that sort of side, and vice versa. Golson would probably move her slightly. But that's what we've noticed. So that seems to be what's really happened. You know, Balogun done well. He never had. The last time he was there, he always struggled to play more than 2 games in a bounce. You know, Gerard alluded to it when he was there, that he was struggling to get him to play like 3 games a week. You hardly ever seen Balogun play 3 games in a week. But if he played in a B game no long ago, and then obviously he's played on Wednesday night, I think he'll probably keep his place if there's an issue with Ben Davis, just because of the European game. But he came in and done well, but it was 1 game, and he looked assured and comfortable in it anyway. So it was good to see him in the team and performing straight away, playing well.
Were you surprised they started, Tom?
I was actually a shot out of the blue, because as far as I knew, he only had the 1 game for the B team. Right? Then pull him out, whatever big Clement seen in him, I don't know, but he pulled him right into the team and he slotted right in there, as if he was never away, you know what I mean? And run forward, man. Gee, I thought he was going to score.
I think he had a pretty decent game, considering I've not seen him all season. AK?
I thought he was excellent. As Tom said there, I mean, that driving forward run that he caused anarchy. The Dundee didn't know who was meant to pick him up. The midfield let him go, and it was all of a sudden he's on the verge of the 18-year books. Certainly caused confusion, caused a lot of, you know, for Jack to score the opening goal. So he's got that in his locker, the big man. Clement was very complimentary, said he took his opportunity. It was just the way he was kind of talking there. He says he's not a guy that will take a risk just to play a player and then risk losing them for weeks at a time. He's already missing Suter. He obviously didn't fancy if Echo or King to come in there. Balogun, he said, took his opportunity. I say keep him in there and let him go again. We need to start rewarding players with a starting shirt that's skiing a good performance, you know.
Why?
It'd be interesting. He played a lot of games for his Balogun, but he used to appear, and then he'd miss the next one, and then he would appear Southside, wouldn't he? It was...
Aye, listen, when nobody's expected him to really come in, you might have thought that he might have played somebody like Leon King in there. but he chose Balogun, and he had the B game like we said, Tam, and it's just a case of he's trusted him. He's obviously watched him in training, and he's put him in, and he done well. But it's one game, and it was good to see him back. But I don't think he'll be a mainstay, to be honest. I think you'll find as soon as either Ben Davies or John Souttar's fit, I think they'll come back into the team, to be honest.
I remember him playing against the Mankey mob, and he's Kyogo in his back pocket. Definitely. Kyogo couldn't get moving on it apart for him. Right? And I'm saying, even if you're only playing him temporarily, like every so often, what a player to have in your locker, knowing that he's going to come on the park and make a difference.
It's funny, I mean, would we have said that on Tuesday, that he was gearing as anything, 8K?
Well, we've not really seen him to say where he was going.
He'd be one of them on Tuesday. You'd have been saying he's one of the ones you shake hands and you move on as soon as possible, isn't it?
Aye, but we were glad to see him there because we certainly missed him the year before when we released him. That's when we did need him, when we had King and Sands in our kind of back line. But as Tam said there, if he's coming in and he's obviously producing that sort of level in training, so that the gaffer didn't even see that as a gamble to bring him in. And when he produces a performance like that, good on the big man. That's what we're wanting.
Southside.
He's always been pretty dependable anytime he played, and as Tam said, that game he played in the right back position idea and he was excellent. He could be a type of player that he could miss a game or two and if you had to bring him in, but I don't think going forward, when we've got a fit squad, I think the big man will probably get back down the pecking order. But at the moment, if he gets any more game time going forward, then I'm sure he'll do a good job, to be honest, Ox, So, but he'll not play in the European game, and should he play the game after that, if the other two centre-backs have got an issue, then I'm sure he'll come back into the team, and I'm sure with that week's rest, it'll be good for him to go out and put a good level of performance in.
Sam?
Well, I think, as you're saying, let's just use them now and then. I think we should be using them on Sunday. That whole team that played when we get the 5-0 result, I know you're going to disagree with Wright, but I thought Wright slotted in here well. That's the best I've seen Wright playing for Rangers, or in a Rangers shirt. And I think the whole team that was out there should play against Hearts. And if we play where we played against Dundee, Hearts has not got a chance.
I don't disagree with that. But when you get that attitude and they have that pace up front and the effort, we'll not have a problem. But you've got to deliver, AK.
I'm just applauding here. Well done, Tam. Well said, pal. Ox is sitting there going, no, shake his head. Scott Wright's come in there and done well, so I think we need to credit him where credit's due.
Go and watch the first half back and watch how many times he passes it to a Dundee player and tell me he does well.
Many times he's laughing.
Go and watch it. Go and watch it. No making it up. Go and watch it.
He's good enough for the gaffer, so that should be good enough for us. Well, we've got to trust him. But do you know something, though, Ox? And you're a great stats man for this. Do you know what I think is vital for us going forward with this team? And it's been our Achilles heel the last couple of years. See if we lose our first goal, we very rarely come back and beat a team for their. We done it against Hearts there at the weekend. That's the first time we've done it for. I think we went a goal behind at Hampton Morton early in the season. Every time we've lost our first goal or that or went behind, we've lost again. So we need to score our first goal, score early, and then we go in for there.
That's what's given us the positivity, AK. Southside, we went a hard European tie. We've been under the cosh. We could have stole it the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes with a better team. But however, we could have been 3-0 done. We ground out a result. Then we bounced back. Huffed and puffed against Hearts. We were obviously trying to hold on. We get the 2 late goals. Some have not done, apart from Aberdeen, maybe Scotty Arfield game, and then we go to Dundee in a away performance, and maybe the last time I've done that has been St. Cala scored a hat-trick at Motherwell. Just think nothing. Yeah.
Aye, they showed dogged resilience, didn't they? Just for him coming in the door, and even in Sparta, they were flinging their bodies all over the place to get blocks in and stuff. And it's hard games when you play the Thursday and you've got to come back and play on the Sunday, and depending on where you are in the travel and how you can get back and at what time and the recovery levels. It's a hard game always in the league after a European game. You don't always expect to see a great performance, but the most crucial thing is you try and get the 3 points. And like you said, they had to swap styles about. We weren't great really first half in Dundee. We weren't great first half in Sparta. We weren't great first half against Hearts. But we found a way to win, and we found a way to nearly win against Sparta, who were a step up against Entry playing Scotland, and with the manager coming in, having to revert back to a back three. So Everton's got to give him credit and the players credit for trying to adapt to it. And at the moment, they're doing what he's asking, and we're getting results in the league here. And I think, touching on Balogun, if he plays on Sunday, which I think he might be the better to go and pick up Shankland, because he will try and do what they've done, try and play the ball at the back post. But hopefully Balogun would be able to be a better commander in the air and be able to mark him a lot better and build him about a bit better, I think, on Sunday, should he need to.
Aye. Maybe, we'll see. But it's going to be interesting. And if we're talking about different players playing and different formations and that, and who's coming in and on form.
Welcome to the Tesco Mobile.
We were there a few weeks ago, UK, were we?
No, we certainly weren't, pal. We looked disjointed at best, and the atmosphere wasn't good. With there wasn't that connect, as you say. There was certainly a disconnect there between them, and it was putting the team under pressure. But that's just the way we are as a support. We're not very patient. We've not got a good rep for doing that. But to be honest, right enough, we've been patient for 12 years, haven't we? We weren't liking, but we weren't enjoying what we're seeing. The team were struggling against inferior opponents, but now it's different. There's a breath of it. Looks as if there's been a cloud lifted for Ibrox, and we're starting to get sun coming through it again. And that's very much down to our new manager, Clement, coming in.
Sam?
Aye, I agree with Alec in every sense. Because it did affect the fans, and the fans affected the players. It was like a kind of vicious circle. Because myself personally, I've been supporting Rangers since I was 6. I'm now 64, 65, you know what I mean? And I've seen the ups and downs, as I've said before. So when I'm watching what's happening now, it doesn't really affect me as bad because I'm used to it, if you know what I mean. Used to these kind of low points. But what I'm seeing now is definitely an up and up trend since Clement's come in. It's only a couple of weeks, but he's made a big difference. And I think his backroom staff has helped big time.
I get that. I understand it. What we've seen at match day, Southside, it didn't look great, if we're being honest, did it?
No, Tam, a couple of times I've managed to go into Ibrox a wee bit earlier on a couple of occasions, and I've seen the warm-ups before pre-match, and they're certainly different to anything in the odd time that I'd been in before and watched under Michael Beale, even Gio. Sometimes away games are in a bit earlier, depending, and you might see them practice, but they were doing a lot of shooting drills and they were running in 3s and 4s and stuff, and even the warm-ups look more intense. They're actually making them run and do a bit more effort. So it certainly all changed for that level for what they were doing in the past, and that's obviously done to the new management team. Alex Ray's got plenty of experience. He's been at the club before, so he knows what the standards are like. Stephen Smith's been there and played the game. He knows what it's like. And also you've got Stephen Davis there, who's been at the club for a long time as a player and knows what it means and knows what the standards should be like. So and the players that are there should know the standards. So the new ones that have come in. So Clement's driving it, and they're obviously helping the new in the background. So everything at the moment's baby steps, but it's positivity.
All right, we've been joined by Jerry. Evening, Jerry.
Nice one, thanks. Nice to meet you. Nice to speak to you, folks. Hope everyone's well.
How are you, mate? What's on your mind?
I think Philip Clement's doing well, to be honest. He's doing better than I thought. I hope you can hear me okay.
Aye, we can hear you fine, mate. You carry on.
Nice one. He's doing a lot better than I thought he would do. Big Butland, great signing. Free transfer as well. Balogun played a blinder the other night, but I wouldn't go for him every game. Only an Old Firm game. But I don't know, see the injury things. I said this the other time when Michael Beale left. Players seem to get fit when the manager leaves.
Right.
That makes sense. So
again, I'll take the points from the panel. So we've got Tam and Jerry on one side.
We've
got
Tam and Jerry.
Right, good points. AK.
It's like Cartoon Network here tonight. Welcome aboard, Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
I'm a bit nervous here. I'm a bit nervous. Sorry.
Nah,
Don't worry, Jerry. Don't worry, Jerry. Well,
you're among friends.
If you're nervous, we'll get you a signed photo at 8K. That'll calm your nerves.
In a bowling position.
I'll give you one upstairs. I've got it in a dart.
See, the other thing, Todd Cantwell's been playing the right in the last. He's played in the right a few games.
Aye.
Dying his position.
No, number 10, mate, isn't he?
Aye. That's where he should. Aye. Midfield, centre mid.
Aye, you want him involved. You want your best player involved. But listen,
exactly.
We've got to remember that Todd's coming back for an injury. And you come, AK.
No, I actually agree with you there, Jerry, but unfortunately, the Oxford's right. We've got to kind of treat him with you know, so we've got to watch his development there and not push him too hard too quickly. And he probably sees Summers in that position there the now, so he's quite happy with what he's getting out of him. But for me, I see Cantwell in that free role there behind the strikers.
That's his best position.
Yeah, I would say that, pal. But listen, if you're putting through boys into Danilo, into Seema, into Wright, you know, you've still got Dondo to come back there too. You've got Lawrence on the verge of coming back. All of a sudden, things are looking up, isn't it?
What's the script with Lawrence? What's the script with him? Lawrence. What's the script with that boy?
Lawrence, did you say?
Aye. What's the script with that boy?
Tom Lawrence.
Tom Lawrence, aye.
Tom Lawrence, Southside, and he's coming back. It looks as if he's potentially on the bench, Southside.
Aye, manager said earlier on, they asked him when he'd been through the injured players. Aye, so he's back in the squad, Jerry, so I'm sure over the next few weeks we'll maybe see Merriam getting a bit of game time. Don't think we'd maybe see him. He might make a bench at Hampden, I don't know, but his fitness is well done at the moment. So probably just back in training is probably good, and it might take him maybe another week to 10 days before he gets any game time, to be honest, because the manager always seems to be worrying about their fitness, you know.
So with 9 substitutes, there's any chance he could make the bench at the weekend?
He might use him, Mox. It'll depend on who's not totally fit come Sunday. He's named the ones that are out, but I think, to be honest, I think you want to make sure that you get to the final. But the young boy McCausland deserves to hopefully still be on the bench and get a chance to come on the park at some point. Should be winning well.
Jerry, Do us a favour, Jerry. Just wait. Wait till you hear your name and we'll bring you in. Let the boys finish, then I'll bring you in, mate. All right? No, don't worry about it.
Feels like I'm sitting with my mates.
No problem. I wish I was sitting with my mates rather than these two. Right, carry on, Southside.
You're glad of the company, right? Don't you kid anybody on you, Oxford.
Oxford's not got any mates.
That's how he's glad of the company, right? But no, I think we'll see him in time, Jerry. But I think it'll be another maybe couple of games away before you maybe see him start to get a bit more game time in a blue jersey.
And you come, Jerry. And you come.
Exactly. Every time he comes on, he plays well. I mean, so.
But have we seen enough of him? My last term, have we seen enough of him to be a real? Yeah, we've liked him, but it's 16 months now. He's hardly kicked the ball for us, if we're being honest. Damn, isn't we?
I know, but if we wait this length of time to see him, I think we should give the guy the full time to recover. I'd rather see 100% player coming back rather than one at maybe 60-70% and sitting on a bench, hoping to grab 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'd rather see a player going to come on the park for my team is fully fit.
This is the Vodafone voicemail service for 0779667.
Aye, we're talking about Lawrence here. Aye, but I think Tom's right. I'd rather see a fully fit because he's not got to do himself any justice. You know, coming in there, fleeting appearance, possibly breaking down, and then he's out of action again. We've seen enough of that with too many players over the years. To be honest with you, Ruth comes to mind in particular. He wants to try and restart his career at Rangers to give himself the opportunity for longevity to impress the manager. So if he's not ready to come in there, we've just got to feed him in there generally, because the thing that goes against him now is we had a reserve league many years ago to build up their fitness in match time. We don't have that now. So we can't, unless he puts them down to B team games, then this is what we've got to do with players these days. It's no perfect. It's what's in handy days, you know.
What was your pick of the goals on Wednesday night, Jerry?
Oh, me? Oh, is it my turn now? Anyway, sorry. Lammers hit the slammer. Bloody hell, that was a piece. That was a dolly. I didn't see that coming, by the way. That was a
Lundstrom to Danilo. Danilo back to Lammers. Lammers, a wee shimmy inside Tam and puts it in the top corner. What odds would you give me?
It reminded me, remember Derby, Tav scored against them. That the power binder.
Aye, that was a good goal. Aye, Tav came in, cut it. Maybe Lammers' goal was a better move, Tam, eh?
Oh, aye, definitely. I think we were just surprised to actually see Lammers doing it, you know what I mean? Because of the criticism we gave him in Dessers. So it was a kind of shock to the fans, you know, as well. And I'd have gave you evens that he'd have missed it.
It was a belter, Southsider.
It's a cracking shot from outside the box. Something that we've been wanting the players to do for quite a while. They can get into positions. So the ball back for Danilo. And they've I think the two players in front of him are just at the side of him. I think they thought he might have tried to hit it with his right foot, but when he turns inside them, he just gives it a bit of space, and there was certainly plenty of power behind it. It was a peachy goal. It was just behind it to the right, the left of the goal, and it was good. I'm glad he scored. It's a confidence thing for him and all. We want players to succeed. As much as we've been criticised, and some people still think they'll not have a chance at Rangers, but as the manager said in his press conference, he probably knows there might be a bit of noise, but he said he didn't hear any, so he watches them in training. And see, at the end of the day, see if these players are doing what he's asking in training and they're getting rewarded on the park. And if he doesn't go a week or two without scoring, but as long as he's contributing to the way the manager wants to see him do it on the park, then these players will stay in the team until further notice.
All right, Jerry boy, give us your last word, mate. It was good to have you on.
Last word? Oh, I'm on John Lundstrom. I think he's been playing well the last. I've always liked John Watson.
Good, mate.
I know a lot of fans don't like him. But
No, good. Listen, put my hands together. Jerry's first time call, he was nervous. Gave him a wee round of applause. Okay, brilliant, huh?
Sorry.
Nice one. Well done.
Well done, Jerry boy.
Cheers.
Good to hear
Yeah,
from you.
Ribbon off it.
Yeah, you can phone in again anytime, Jerry. Yeah, good to hear from
Hey, I
you.
will
Easy,
do.
easy.
Thanks.
Enjoy your weekend.
Will do. Well, hopefully I'll enjoy Sunday.
Here, mate.
Take care, Trip.
Cheers, mate. You look after yourself. We've been joined by Bob here. Evening, Bob here.
Good evening, everyone. Oh, we're all happy, obviously. Yeah, who wouldn't be pleased with a 5-0 run away from him, eh? I expected a stiffer game on Wednesday night, but Rangers played really, really well. And I hear you praising up Dessers and Lammers there, right? 2 good goals. Well done, boys. Keep it up, keep it going. But one of the two highlights for me in the game were the performance of Balogun. I thought he was excellent. And what about the double save? What about the double save for the big guy? Absolutely outstanding. World class. And I'm not overstating that. I thought that the lad was a certainty just to put it into the net, but not. He kept it absolutely brilliant. But well played, Rangers. And well played, Lammers. What a goal. As good a goal in any company. And well done, Dessers, as well. You kept the head and you slaughtered it away. I thought we played really well that night. And there's better to come, boys. I like this man. I like this manager and I like his setup. So, hey-ho. Semi-finals are notoriously hard games. But we're Rangers. They're Hearts. We can go for it and we can do it on Sunday. That's what I think.
Here.
Tam, if you were giving me evens for Lammers, what would you give me when Dessers was running through?
I wouldn't even put him on the board because, again, we're going on what prior experience, and the two boys have come out and showed it made me eat my heart, put it that way, the two of them, right, to actually contribute to the game and score. Yeah, I mean, whereas we were like Kerthorse, and a rabbit in the headlights with Lammers. But they come out and proved us wrong, and may they continue to do it. And I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say I'm wrong.
Aye, I get his points outside. You know,
aye.
People started off at Ibrox worse. Well, maybe not worse, but had slow starts.
Aye, but you've got to take into consideration and all that we had an inexperienced coach who talked a good game. He probably played Football Manager, and now we've got a manager that's probably plays FIFA. You know, knows what he's doing. You know, and players go by instruction, Tam, and that, and how you set up your team and your style. And players can look clumsy, and he has looked clumsy, and he's looked miles off it and that. But listen, this manager will judge them. And at the moment, Lammers has turned in with a good goal, even though he's got a bit of a technical ability. And Dessers, when he was running through, like I said, I was thinking what you got to do here, and he finished it really well, Tam. You know, you know, and that's the first time we've probably had him running right through and goal with just a goal to beat. I think giving him that sort of chance. But listen, if they can keep scoring goals while they're on the park, and Danilo as well, that's what we hope for. And if we keep scoring goals on the park, then it'll lead us to more silverware or success. That's the way we look at it. Jack Butland's been amazing at the back. You know, he had a good save, 1 or 2 good saves. And he ended up with a new song on Wednesday night and all, which he thoroughly enjoyed getting off the park at the end. He was one of the last players off the park.
Did you mention Jack Butland, Southside?
Jack Butland.
You're not on holiday.
Get alright, here we go. Whoa! Simple Jack Butland and go. Here we go. Whoa! Simple Jack Butland and go.
That Fox is a genius. He's a genius. Everybody's very quiet.
Well, can I ask you this? Sorry.
There you go, Tom.
Right, can I ask you this? Did anybody else think when Butland made that double save did it take you back to the Celtic game when Gorham done it?
No, not at all.
No, I did. I thought very reminiscent. Don't get me wrong, I'm not deflating Butland, right? But we seem to have a knack of picking up great goalkeepers.
No, but I couldn't get you. He made that double save in a muddy pitch, and his strip was still spotless. AK.
The Real Madrid has been doing that for years. Super stuff with Big Butland, and that's a catchy tune and all.
Aye.
Bob J, one of our all-time classics, that core number, isn't it?
Oh, well, we're rocking all over the world. There's more than 3 chords in that, actually, believe it or not. And it was written by one John Fogarty. Anyway, enough history lessons. Aye, Big Jack. A friend of mine that supports the Celtic, he used to say to me in the pub, "Bob, where do you get all these goalkeepers, these class goalkeepers? You've got a stream of them." I went, "Yeah." I said, "They save us a lot of points." Well, we've got yet another class goalkeeper. A really class goalkeeper. And I sincerely hope, all right, money talks, but I sincerely hope we can keep a hold of the boy for the duration of his contract. That was one good thing that Beale done, was brought him to the club. And he's an excellent keeper. And he'll stand the team in good stead in the weeks to come. Well done, Big Jack. That was one of the best double saves I've ever seen.
It was excellent.
Aye.
Never thought of Gorham save against him, but I get Tam's point. Southside?
Aye, I just think the fact that we've managed to, at the moment, for what we're seeing, managed to get ourselves, looks like a really good goalkeeper with a decent quality and pedigree. And he'll love it up here. You know, he might have been sitting on the bench at Man United and he's been doing it at Stoke and whatever. And he had a good rep when he was younger, and I think he was touted for England team, or maybe played a few games for him at the time, didn't he, back in the day. But listen, should enjoy what we've got. I think he'll be here for quite a while. He'll love us playing 3 games a week, playing in Europe, and every game means that you've got to win. And that's the mentality. And I think with a new manager in, and they're all looking to make good things happen and win medals and trophies for the club. So I think if a club came from, unless it was a tap drawer club and they really wanted to go back down to England, I don't see anybody else prizing him away for Glasgow Rangers as long as he's playing well. I don't see Hawks.
He's made some impression in it, you know. And let's be honest, he's quite a cool dude in all, AK, yeah?
Well, he certainly hit the spot with the ladies, isn't he? He's certainly, aye. But listen, as long as he keeps doing his job in goals for us, he solidifies your defence. He's a big part of the clean sheets in that they were keeping of late. Massive performance last week in Prague. Without him, we wouldn't have came out with that with anything. I don't think, reminiscent of an Alan McGregor sort of performance we've been used to over the years. So it's big gloves to fill. But certainly, Butland's has definitely filled them. He's pedigree tell you that before we got him. You know, he's obviously things haven't worked out for him in a couple of big moves, but Beale recognised that there's still a good player there, and we're reaping the rewards of it. So he's got a chance to rebuild his career with us, and he's absolutely loving it.
Bob, Joe?
Oh, aye, absolutely. As I say, we've had a string of top-class goalkeepers over the years, and we're continuing with Jack Butland. Absolutely brilliant. We all love him, and he loves us, and that's a good combination. So I hope the big one stays for the duration of his contract, because I'm sure he will. And this man said last week, Mr. Clement, he said that he wants to build a team round about him. Don't know if anybody noticed him saying that. He wants to build a team round about him. So he recognises a man's potential or not. We've got a good one there. We need to employ more good ones and get better. And we will. Onwards and upwards, the Glasgow Rangers.
Yeah.
Southside, when that wee video with the song came out, he looked to be enjoying it, didn't he?
Aye, he certainly did. Listen, the players will get songs. I think Seaman will be wanting one, because one of the players was pointing to him as if to say how Seaman got a song yet. But listen, it's what we show them. We show them the love of the fans show the love to the players. Do you know what I mean? All we want to do, mate, is go out and try and play for that jersey and win. We know they're not going to be here forever. Even Todd Cantwell, you know, if he has 2 good seasons and does really well, somebody will come from. We know that, and hopefully when they come from, we get rewarded by a transfer fee, and we hope to get somebody else just as good as him or better going forward. All these players are like that. Raskin's already alluded to it as well. He'd like to go and play in the Premiership. Well, if he does, first and foremost, he has to play well at Glasgow Rangers and be successful, or he'll not be going anywhere. So, but aye, they'll get songs, and we just want them to play well and win for the Glasgow Rangers, mate. That's what matters to us. 3 points on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Skull Cup, mate, just going back there. 83, 84, 84, 85, 86, 87, 87, 88. 88, 89, 90, 91 and 91, 92.
Aye. Tell you, don't know. Do give it to keep 1 year, didn't they? Do not get it to keep.
Aye. Yep. Anyway, we digress. Right, I'm going to put you in the spot. The boys, you went for the same team, AK, didn't you?
Yeah, I think you'll go with the same team at Dundee there.
And Tam, you said the same, didn't you?
Oh, aye, same team.
Southside, what are you thinking, mate?
I think he'll probably stick. I think he'll stick with it. There's probably no reason why he shouldn't. Jack Lundstrom, Scott Wright, Sima Danilo, aye. Lammers, aye. I would stick with the same team, mate. Why no? I know you'd probably change it and take Scott Wright out, but I think it's a big park at Hampden. You want him on the ball in wide spaces to stretch them, and he's got plenty of energy, so you want him running at them. I know Todd Cantwell would make a difference, but I think match fitness and Scott Wright's got more in him than what Todd Cantwell has at the moment, and their manager gets guided by the science and the fitness, mate, by the looks of it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same team. I'd be surprised. Popcha?
I'm just trying to think about it here. I would maybe put Cantwell in place of Wright, bring Wright on later on again. But if we were winning them, if we were beating them, which I hope we will, obviously, that could tire them out. So I would maybe tweak it a wee bit and put Cantwell and start with Cantwell. Then again, as you say, it all depends how fit he is. He's maybe not 100% fit yet, but no, I would put Cantwell in. Aye.
Did anybody else see Cantwell? The last minute there was 4-0, and he was arguing with him about he was trying to get his spotted edge in the box. Did pick that up? I don't know if you picked that up, AK.
No, I didn't pick that one out there, pal. No, but is that what he was doing? He was looking for his run. Was it a corner kick into the box?
No, the penalty. When the penalty, Tab was taking the penalty. He
was
actually with the
Aye, I've seen it.
Yeah, that's watched that. Aye. And he celebrated. He just turned to the two of them and just raised his fist, didn't he?
He's got a bit of devilment in him, Southside, isn't he?
Aye. He flies into tackles and all sometimes. What you've seen earlier on in the season, I don't like him doing that, because I just think there's more chance of you getting injured. You know, you want him on the ball and going and running at teams and using his skill. He's got good vision. He's aware of what's happening on the park. He's sort of gallus, isn't he? You know, and you heard him on another podcast when he's saying he just loves to go to Ibrox. There's pressure, but he doesn't feel the pressure. He just wants to go out there and play in front of the support. So he's getting a buzz out of it, as he says, to get to Ibrox and go out and play on the park. But if you give him a bit of freedom, he's a player that can make things happen. I don't think he's had great games the last couple of games he's been on, but he's just coming back to get a bit of fitness. But I'm sure in another week or two we'll see him firing on all cylinders.
Oh, Shed, can I ask you a question?
Yes, mate.
Did Scott Wright bite you when you were a boy?
No, Scott Wright when he was a boy.
No, I'm just wondering, you know, there's a kind of sense that you don't like the boy, you know what I mean?
I don't think he's good enough for our squad. I was happy when we signed him, and he's been involved in some fantastic moments. He started in Seville. He scored a goal in the Scottish Cup final, which is out of this world. It was a cracker, and he'll ever be remembered for these two things. That was the last goal we scored.
No, I was just wondering, because I've never seen with the I Love Scott Wright badge on, so I'm just asking.
No, and you won't. I don't think he's good enough. Yeah. Just my opinion. Everybody sees it differently.
Doesn't like Hadji either, Tam. Don't worry about it. Don't like him either. Wait to come on, sign somebody this year or next year. You'll not like him either when he comes in. He does this.
It sounds to be handy for not liking players. You know what I mean?
Honest assertion of a people's performance. Yeah. I spoke to somebody on Thursday morning who told me Scott Wright who played well, and I pointed out that I think it was 10 instances in a row in the first half that he touched the ball, and the next player to touch it was a Dundee player.
He maybe know the guy and give him a wee shot at the ball. So we pumped up 5-0.
He's fast. He's fast. He's got ability, but he can disappear. He can disappear. Yeah. And when was the last goal we made? Never mind the last goal we scored. When was the last goal we made, DK?
Oh, he is frustration. I mean, I get where you're coming from there, Rox, but I just like to give him an opportunity there. All right, you could say he's been at a club long enough to get that opportunity. He's played in big games, but see when he does play well, he causes havoc in the position.
When?
Well, I thought he played well against Hibs, and I thought he played well against Dundee. I thought he was unlucky to drop out the team for Sparta, and definitely for the Hearts game there at the weekend. I mean, how many games has Lammers and Dessers been average to poor every single game?
You're on a different level, mate. You're on a different level there, mate. But stick to the one subject. Don't try and... Yeah, when was the last time he played well? When was the last time he scored a goal? He made a goal.
Granted, you can't argue with stats. Yeah, he's good enough to score the goals and up his numbers, but that's where the frustration part comes in. So I get that.
He's a forward player, mate, and he's not scored a goal now in 18 months, mate.
No, I know.
How many games has he played? How many games has he had back?
I'll tell you exactly.
I mean, you can go on, but he's been on the park 10 minutes here, and he's come on this and that. And I'm not saying he's going to be there and he's a world beater, but he's got a level of skill and ability, and he's got pace. And every manager that's ever spoke about him, that's worked with him, we've all said that he's brilliant in training and he's got a good attitude, he's a good player to work with. And for the position when a player plays out wide, they need a regular run of games. They're not always going to be good. No, the only person I remember being good was Laudrup for most weeks. But even Mark Walters and players like that would be inconsistent playing wide. Hustra, Neil McCann, and I know he's not in that bracket, but some of them could all be inconsistent at times. He needs a regular run of games, and then you can probably judge him over a period of time. But probably when other players come back, maybe Matondo fit, and maybe in time, if Tom Lawrence produces bits of playing skill and he wants him back in the squad, then Scott Wright, might not be in the squad because his contract's running out and he'll be free to sign for somebody in January. But that'll be down to the manager. As I said, he's assessing all the players now. But I just think he needs a regular run in the team. He's not a great goal scorer, but surely he could get more assists to the team. You know?
When was the last time he created a goal?
He's been involved in one or two things where he's played a ball onto somebody who's played it into the box to get somebody to score. He's had a couple of them where he's not had the final touch. I know you're just picking things out here to prove your point.
No,
right, I know.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Aye, I know. I know what you're saying, but he's just in. And see, to be honest, this team's only getting a style of play in the Ox. They've not had a style under that man, under Bill since the start of the season.
The biggest contribution he's made this season so far is his 2 tackles against Aberdeen.
He's had hefty tackles on him and all.
He will.
Dundee done him in there. Hibs done one. Hibs done him and all.
Anyway, look, I hope he's proved me right. He plays. He's man of the match and he scores again at Hampton. Because nothing would please me more, Bob Jan, if anybody in a blue jersey plays well. You can only say what you say.
I mean, you're talking about Scott, right? His biggest asset's his pace. I don't think he's got outstanding ability, but he's got a fair bit of turn of pace about him, the boy. And to be fair to him, he's not played a lot of games. He's come in the last couple of games. He's done okay, but I don't think he's the answer. And as far as Sunday goes, I'd definitely start with Cantwell. But Scott Wright, he tries his hair out. He's played in a European final. He scored in a cup final. He's got no bad track record at Rangers, but again, he's not done it for the past while. He's a good squad player. End of story. Good to have in the squad, I would say that.
Thanks for the call, Bob. You're always good to hear from you, mate.
It's always a pleasure to be here, Ox. Thanks. I'll get the dog out now. Thanks. Good night, lads.
Cheers, mate.
Hey, good night.
Tom?
Night, Bob.
Tom?
Hello. Well, you're talking about Scott, right? I think he brings...
No, Tom. Last word.
Oh, last word is, come on, the Rangers, we'll do it. The Cup's yours. This is just another step forward. And thanks for taking my call. And good night to all. And El Presidente, I think we've got a new member in Cherry. Hey, good night.
One from Loyal.
AK.
No, I enjoyed the show tonight with yourself and Southside there. Good callers in tonight as well. So looking forward to Sunday, and let's get ourselves in the League Cup final.
Southside.
Aye, thoroughly enjoyed the night. Good to hear a couple of the callers on and Tam. Good to do a wee gig again with AK. Look forward to Sunday. I'm sure my big mucker about his sick bed, and I'm sure he'll make Hampden and Sunday, so I'll probably catch him up there at Hampden and Sunday. So looking forward to it, and I'm sure we'll get a Rangers victory, mate.
Yeah, thanks to Stuart, thanks to Jerry. First time caller, nice to hear from Jerry. Of course, the one and only Bob Jerry and the legend that is Tam for the Port. Thanks to AK and Southside for doing the show. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Get the Southside Super 6 on this week. You'll get a run for your money and maybe to cash out 100-1. There you go, Southside.
Aye, definitely. If you're getting a good chance of a cash out, take it. or else, if no, just freeze one of the bets.
I cashed out £7.50 1 week, and that's bet AK.
Was that a minute into the games?
Aye. Somebody scored. Cash out. Right. Listen, thanks for Southside for doing the Super 6. Thanks to everybody for listening. Rangers Radio will be back at 2 o'clock as we build up to the game at Hampden. Am I sure? Am I right? 3 o'clock kick-off? I haven't even checked.
Aye, 3 o'clock.
Aye. Rangers Radio will be back at 2 o'clock with a build up to a Rangers victory in the semi-final of the League Cup. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your weekend. Take it away, Old School Blue.